Well, happy Monday, guys. Long time no see. It's been a couple of days since our last video. My birthday was like 3 days ago, so I figured let me take a couple days off, relax, enjoy the weekend, right? My birthday. We had a birthday party, a bunch of people over, so it's been a nice, break from the usual schedule, making videos, working, the whole 9 yards, right? But now we're back. We're back on this beautiful Monday, and well, stocks are a bit rocky. Oil's up, the metals are up. We have some indexes in the green, some in the red. We have the US, China, right? A lot's going on there. So, yeah, we have a lot to break down in this video, guys. We'll break down the charts, stocks I'm looking at, what's going on with the US, China, some news we got over the weekend. So hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe. I appreciate you all for tuning in as always. And take a sip of your coffee. Cheers. You're going to need it for this video. And let's dive into it. So it's just past noon on the East Coast right now, and we have, like I said, a bit of green, bit of red, a lot's going on, right? The VIX right now is up over 2%. Gold's up 2.6, silver's up almost 5%. So we're seeing a huge move in the metals and oil. Crude oil here is up 3.4% on the day, and we have the Dow Jones down 0.5%. The S&P's down barely, pretty much at break even, but down a little bit. As QQQ's up 0.25%, and the Russell is down 0.1%. So not much crazy movement, if you will, but we are a bit red, bit green here in the stock market. And a good thing is, yes, we are a little red on the Dow and the S&P, but a good thing is clearly QQQ's in the green, and the chart on the intraday looks pretty strong, right, for the bulls here. We had a big move out of the gate, sold off a bit here at 10 a.m. East Coast time. Then the bulls came back in, and now we've been running since. So if QQQ is able to take out the intraday high, right, 521-ish, that's where we could see a lot more upside. And SPY looks like, even though it's in the red, actually now it's going green, it looks like, well, momentum is building up. You guys see it here on the intraday chart. SPY saw a bit of a dump in the first 30 minutes of trading. Then we saw the rebound, and again, now we're going green. So even though we're a bit rocky, VIX is up, metals are up, oil's up, stocks are slowly going green. They're slowly going green. And this is after a pretty interesting weekend regarding news. Let me actually pull this up right now. I'll pull this article up. Give me a second, guys. And by the way, check out my second channel. I'm not sure if you guys knew I have a second channel called Stas Talks Money. It's a personal finance reaction channel, a bit different from what we're doing here. And we're almost at 1,000 subs. So if you guys want to help me get my second channel to 1,000 subs, we're at 55 subs, or 55K subs almost on this channel. We're almost at 1,000 on that second one. Check it out. Link down below. We're actually doing a cash giveaway at 1,000 subs. So make sure you guys go check it out. So U.S. stocks pulled back on Monday today after China added fuel to simmering trade tensions with the U.S., setting investors on guard as they turned the page on a bullish May, right? That's what the top of this article reads. And it says here, China hit back at President Donald Trump's claim that it violated the Geneva tariff truce on Monday, blaming the U.S. instead for failing to keep up its end of the deal. The mutual finger pointing has undermined hopes for a revival of trade talks between the top two economies and stoked lingering trade uncertainty. So, yeah, you guys probably saw that. Trump said that China violated their end of the deal. Now, essentially, China's saying the U.S. violated their end of the deal, right? And the escalation comes after Trump ratcheted up pressure on Friday with a threat to double U.S. tariffs on imported steel and aluminum to 50% from 25%. And while a federal court last week struck down significant portions of Trump's duties, easing market fears, a higher court temporarily reinstated the duties a day later to allow legal proceedings to continue, right? And meanwhile, gold went up amid demand for safer assets as Ukraine's dramatic Drone strikes on Russia on Sunday added geopolitical worries to trade fears. Did you guys hear about that, where these drones like came out of a truck or something and they went and yeah, we're not going to get too deep into that on this channel, but yeah, that is adding some worries geopolitically, right? So there's a lot going on there. And against this backdrop, all eyes now turn to a critical slate of economic data this week, most notably the May non-farm payrolls report, which is coming out on Friday later this week, which will offer fresh clues on how trade frictions and interest rate expectations are shaping the broader U.S. economy, right? So yeah, and on top of that, apparently the U.S. and China, according to a Chinese spokesperson, I was reading this earlier today, they haven't actually had discussions, well, not the U.S. and China, shall I say, Trump and Xi Jinping. They haven't spoke, apparently, directly in a long time. I think since like January or something like that. I don't know. Again, it's kind of hard to know what's real, what's fake, what to believe, what not to believe, right? What's a smokescreen, what's not. I don't know, but that's what we're hearing. Apparently, they haven't spoken directly to each other in a while. And again, we're seeing this finger pointing right now, from the U.S., from China, blah, blah, blah. So, in other words, we're not necessarily seeing crazy re-escalation here. I mean, yeah, I guess Trump threatened to raise tariffs on aluminum and steel, right? We read that earlier in this video. But we're not seeing a ridiculous re-escalation between the U.S. and China, but essentially we're not getting anywhere either. It's not like we're making severe progress on negotiations. And I was reading that, okay, they're obviously focused on the U.S. and China right now, or the U.S. is focused on getting a trade deal with China, and then after that, they'll focus on, or a lot of the other countries will start getting deals underway. But we all know the U.S. and China, that's the main, relationship here that we have to focus on, trade-wise, tariff-wise. Once that gets resolved, it pretty much opens up the floodgate for all the other ones to get resolved, right? So at this point, man, we are, seeing a bit of a rocky Monday, not the end of the world. A lot of stocks actually are doing very well, even though the indexes are like all over the place, right? We're still seeing some good movement and some names here. We have couple of names on my watch list. SoFi, which I'll do a video on later today, is up over 2.5%. Nice move today so far for SoFi. Nvidia's moving 1.5%. Not too bad for Nvidia. AMD is pushing 2.5%. Meta, big tech name. You guys know Meta, obviously, now is breaking out to fresh highs. It might be an all-time high here for Meta, believe it or not. Actually, no, it's not. What am I saying? All-time highs are 740. We're at a multi-week high. We'll put it at that here on Meta, and it kind of looks like we have an inverse head and shoulders playing out here. What do you guys think? Do you see that? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, we do have some movement. Nice movement. Roblox, RBLX is moving. New high for Roblox on this time frame. Chewy is also making a nice move. New high as well, which these are, wow, at least Chewy is exploding heading into earnings in about a week. Be careful because it is a bit overbought now heading into earnings. I mean, guys, we were calling this out in the mid-high 30s. We called this breakout out. Now we're in the mid-high 40s, so it's gone up a lot. Keep that in mind. But Chewy, I'm watching very closely. CHW. Why here with earnings coming up. And CrowdStrike, you guys got to watch CrowdStrike, as this company is today or tomorrow. Yeah, they're tomorrow on the 3rd of June after the bell. One of my holdings here, one of my bigger holdings, is CrowdStrike. I'm up a lot on it. And tomorrow's going to be a big day. It's going to be a big day for the company, earnings-wise. So let's see how it goes. And with that being said, I'm going to wrap up the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel and my second channel. Again, Stocks Talks Money. We're doing a giveaway at 1,000 subs. We're almost there. We're at like 850 subs. So make sure to go check it out. Linked down below. And with that being said, cheers. And oh, by the way, check out my Patreon if you guys want to keep up with my stock market portfolio. Every week we're posting updates I'm posting one today, and we're investing thousands of dollars a month. So if you guys want to see how I'm building a real money portfolio that beats the market, it is down below on Patreon. With that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video.